Maybe I'm going to have to eat crow, but I'm okay. I'm here for it.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. Come on up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag in all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Season 10, The Reunion, Episode 1 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And like I said, maybe I'm going to have to eat crow because I think it's going to be actually 4 parts this time. And every year with Real Housewives of Atlanta, we go into these multiple parts and it's just trash. There's generally one part that is actually decent, and then we'll have another part or another 2 parts that are nothing, where they could have actually have done an hour and a half special and just covered everything. But I don't know. Maybe they're going to prove me wrong because part 1 was pretty interesting. Let's get to it. Let's talk fashion, dare we? Okay, I had said on one of my lives a couple weeks ago that I had seen a picture, and it wasn't anything because I try not to spoil anything for myself when it comes to these reunions, because especially with Real Housewives, there's so much information floating around with Twitter and Instagram and all of this that by the time the reunion comes, even Married to Medicine, by the time the reunion comes, you're questioning yourself, do I even want to watch it, or do I already know everything that's ready to go on? But so I won't dive all the way in. I seen this picture and I said, okay, and I just glanced and I kept it moving. I didn't blow it up. I didn't go into it. I just glanced and I kept it moving. I said, somebody's going to get on everybody's nerves at this reunion because I seen this really big, look like a hoop skirt. And I didn't know who it was. And when I mentioned it on live, of course, someone told me, oh, no, that was Cynthia. I said, okay. I didn't go back. I said, I'll just wait. Baby, let me tell you, Cynthia is so goddamn clean. She is this red, very timeless, this gown, boned and constructed beautifully, and it just said Paris. It said very Paris, very Josephine, and beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it could almost rank up there with like a period piece. It's just well done, well fitted, just good. Cynthia sitting there, baby, taking up half the couch. I said, bitch, with all that you've done to get on my nerves, Cynthia, bitch, I love it. Everything. I love it. I'll even go for the ponytail, and I don't like a side ponytail. I hate a side ponytail. I've always hated, why is your ponytail over here? And I've always thought that people do side ponytails because they just couldn't get it in the center. But whatever. And it's like a lobster claw braid. It's fine. Those are 2 things that I really don't care for. But it just works. I think it wouldn't matter if she took her head off, because from the neck down, it is just beautiful. So I love it. Then up next to her, the other one that I don't really care for, that goddamn Portia is over there in this purple velvet. Portia, you're playing games. Bitch, you had better be glad that you and Milan don't wear the same size, baby, because I'll be sending you a box telling you, bitch, put it in there. Put it in there. It is so me. So me. It's fitted and cut low with drama on the shoulder and my famous train and mermaid tail. I said, Miss Portia, stop it. And I'm not a fan of hair down in gowns. I've always been a fan of hair up in gowns, but her hair looks beautiful. It looks beautiful for some strange reason with the purple, that deep royal purple, and it's so rich. And then it's velvet, and the hair is just shiny and black and wavy, and it just works. I'll even go for the crown and shit she got on. And she could have left that off, but I'll even go for that because, bitch, you did that. And you do look like a beautiful black princess. She really does. She looks like a living Barbie doll, which she does a lot. I'm not a fan of Portia's, but one thing you can't take away, she really is beautiful. She really is beautiful. You cannot take it away. She looks amazing. She really does. So I was like getting my life over there. And Kenya, she was right there because Kenya usually breaks it up for a reunion. Kenya, that bitch will be clean. Because again, she's a pageant girl. So she's done a drag queen anyway. She knows what to do and how to do it. Kenya, the color, that lemon, three of them on that couch. Lemon, red, and purple sitting all next to each other. Duh. The cut of the gown, beautiful. Her hair is always but she got extensions in there, and they don't look good. They look thick and they look yucky-ish. And that's something weird for her because generally Kenya's hair is on. There's matching issues. It looks very wiggy today. So I'm not crazy about her hair, but the gown is a beautiful gown. It really is beautiful, but the fit is off. The fit is off. The bodice her break line is down. Her break point is down too far. So it's giving a slutty overtone. So it's giving me very courtesan. And I would actually go for that. The fit of her gown, and it's so weird about a color. See, this is one of them little fashion things. If her gown was black, I would have just said, okay, bam, no problem. You're in there. But the fact that it is lemon yellow, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. That break point needs to be lifted up. The courtesan thing, that courtesan vibe would have been fine in black. It would have been fine in red. It would have even been fine if it was burgundy. But that bright yellow color, it didn't work. And as they said, that couch did look very like Barcelona. And she was really like, she was Barcelona, but down by the water, giving hello, hey, Joe, you want to give it a go type of situation. So I just didn't care for that. But beautiful gown, fucked up hair, beautiful gown. But for me, overall, Cynthia and Portia slayed. Sheree, you look a fool up there on that stage. That shit is old. It's a beautiful color, but it's too covered up, and you just look hot. She looks hot. She looks like she's getting ready to start fanning with some mail that's sitting around at any time. She just looks hot and nuh-uh. No thank you, Sheree. No thank you, darling. And this was a terrible. Then the bitch then got fired. So we've heard she had been fired. Girl, this is not the way to go out. But toodles. Anyway, Marlo, you don't have a peach, bitch, but you act like you do. Marlo was clean as hell. And again, Marlo knows what to do, she knows how to do it, and she knows when to do it. Marlo could have very easily took Kenya's seat on that other couch because that whole lilac tulle ball of fabulousness that she had going on, if we would have put Marlo on the couch, between Marlo and Cynthia, nobody else could have even gotten on the couch. I loved what Marlo had on. Marlo's hair was gorgeous. Her makeup was gorgeous. She had a beautiful shoe on. As you know, but again, we hold Marlo to such a standard because that bitch gets it right all the time. But she did. Marlo looked like a black Barbie doll as well. Marlo should have been over on the couch, but Kenya's always in that same seat for the most part. But Marlo looked absolutely beautiful. She really did. She looked like she should have had a peach. And some of these other ones, not so much. Candy. Candy looked like a Barbie doll. but it's a Barbie doll that somebody was playing with. I wasn't crazy about the hair. I think it could have been done better. It looked like it had been done and like she had played in it. That makeup was wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Why did they put you on the couch for a reunion and a daytime go to lunch at your own restaurant makeup job? She just literally did not have enough makeup on. I'm like, Candy, are you going to get your face done? Or, oh no, bitch, I know you're not done. Lip gloss and minimal eyeshadow. I was like, sorry, Candy, that didn't work. It was just too light and too blah. I wasn't with it at all. Nene, it wasn't good and it wasn't bad. I think Nene fell victim to one of these things. I haven't seen any photos of Nene standing up, but for some reason I get the feeling that Nene's dress is probably bad as shit when she stands up. And it just doesn't read well sitting down because it's a lot of fringe and a lot of beading. And you got to be very careful because when it comes to beading and fringe, those things are made to be seen moving. And they don't photograph well when you're sitting. And I think that's what Nene has fallen victim to. The color's beautiful. Color looks really good on her. Her hair, for Nene, because Nene's a clown when it comes to the head. Yeah, her head's cool. Her head's cool for her. I wouldn't accept that on nobody else, but it's okay for her. Makeup, cool. But again, I just think she fell victim to the sitting down thing. So that's okay. It's all right. It's all right. And then speaking of, Andy ran through this whole thing of past looks. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. They have really gone through some looks between those ladies. And I thought by far the worst, because you're supposed to get better as you go. Sheree has actually gone from looking old to looking young. Like back in the day when they go back to her, Sheree looked old. She looked old, tired, and through. And now throughout the years, she's actually started to look more young and more vibrant. And I think a lot of that actually too has to do with choices, fashion choices. Bitch is always dressed though. Sheree usually dresses in some interesting good shit for the most part. But as far as like hair and makeup, I think she's happier now than she was when she was going through a lot of financial and divorce and a lot of her life was very tumultuous when she first came here. So I think from season 1 till now, I definitely will say I would let Sheree win that. Bitch, you look great compared to how you were looking. She looked like her makeup and her hair. Sheree's makeup and hair were very nice. Very understated, very nice, makeup good. She looks wonderful and amazing compared to what she looked like 8-10 years ago. Yeah, so I'll give that to Sheree. The other ones kind of just went through some stuff. Portia looks like what she should look like as things have evolved. She went from looking like, yeah, like she didn't have a glam squad. Now she does have a glam squad, so I'll give her that. Anyway, let's get on to this other stuff. I've spent enough time on that shit. Okay, Andy and Nene, these two shady queens. Child, Andy comes, this is before we even get started, Andy gonna run up to Nene and say, I just talked to Tyrone, because he had talked to Tyrone over the phone on over in Sheree's room about the whole Nene thing. He said to him, oh yeah, she was very, very aggressive and this, that thing, and the other. And I'm like, okay, we're going to get to more of the Tyrone Nene stuff later on, I'm sure. But that damn Nene turned around and said, when he said, I just talked to Tyrone, she said, not in person, I'm sure. And I fell out. I said, okay. So 2 minutes in, this is what we're doing. I guess this is where we're going with this. This shit is going to be lit. So I laughed about that. First thing comes out, Kenya's pregnant. Why don't I care? And it's not just because I don't really care for Kenya, just something about it, something about her existence in the show, her husband, now she's pregnant. Uh, I just sat there and I looked at the TV and I don't care. I really don't. I really don't care. I don't give a shit. I hope she has a healthy baby. I hope it all works out for her, but I don't care. I really don't care. Moving on. Um, Another thing Nene said that was funny, because Nene was just throwing shots. Why did bitch break out and say that Kim's wigs came from down to Party City? But y'all fell out. I said, you know what, Nene? Kim's wigs came from down to Party City. Moving on. Kim Kim has the worst wigs on Bravo. Period. And I mean on any show on Bravo, period. Even this brand new show about your husband is cheating on us. Kim Zolciak has the worst wigs on Bravo television. Lord have mercy. Anyway, how about when Candy and Andy had a little moment there where Andy was reading some comments from the people and somebody wrote in baby and I said, okay, I agree. Because Candy went through her whole thing. Candy got into it with Portia. We had the whole Candy Portia thing. And Portia said, listen, it is what it is. I am not apologizing about this shit again ever. I'm just not. I'm fuck it. I'm flat out. I'm not. Candy's going into her thing, and it was like whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I'm good with that. It is what it is. Now y'all can leave each other alone. Y'all don't have to continue to try to pretend that y'all gonna be friends, which is what it should have always been in the first place. Y'all not friends. Y'all not going to be friends. You ain't ready to go. Let it go. You not really all that apologetic about it. So why are we kidding each other? You bitches just leave each other alone. And that's where Portia was. Portia's like, fuck it, my job is safe now. And fuck you, Candy. And I don't care. And bitch, I ain't apologizing to you no more. And Candy's like, yeah, okay, bitch. Well, it is what it is. Bitch, I ain't never gonna stop taking digs at you, whore, because I don't appreciate what you did. Now, why am I good with that? I'm okay with that. Because that's what it always was. This is what it always was. Portia was only trying to play the game because she was trying to secure that she wouldn't get fired. She was trying to show remorse so that she would not get fired. She never really gave a fuck. She did it and she was over it. And it was what it was. But that's Portia, ain't it? It's all that fake shit. I ain't got time for it. And Candy kept throwing digs and so did her people. And Portia all the time, every time they got a chance. And I was like, and the bad part about it is, Candy, you look crazy. You look crazy because you want her to care and she don't. She don't. She did it and that's it. So now y'all know where y'all at. Y'all know where y'all stand. And this is how you handle it from here. It is what it is. Y'all are going to exist in the same space. If Portia stepped you wrong, beat her motherfucking ass. That's it. Ain't no more to talk about. Ain't no more to argue about. If Portia steps wrong with Candy, Candy has the option now to beat her motherfucking ass or offer her ass for Portia to kick. There's nothing left to do but fucking fight. Period. Y'all disagree? Leave it in the comments. But as far as I'm concerned, with that little situation with Candy and Portia, there's nothing left to do but fight. That's it. If you do something else to me, bitch, I'm getting you. Or bitch, you gonna get me. That's it. Because Candy told her, she's like, that's good. It's cool, girl. Don't apologize no more. So that's what I took from what Candy said. Don't apologize no more. If you do something else to me, bitch, I'm going to beat your motherfucking ass. It is what it is. You like to jump on people, bitch? I'm going to give you my ass to jump on. And I'm here for it. It is what it is. Period. Moving on. So yeah, because Portia was poor goddamn victim Candy. She really was victimized by you, Portia, and that shit you talking might get you punched in the mouth. But whatever. Anyway, but the comment that the person wrote in was saying, Candy, you haven't forgiven Portia. You're feeling some type of a way about things. and then something else about Joyce, and then it came the way they had it written them. They said that they felt like Joyce was bitter. Joyce is a bitter lemon, is what they said. And Candy jumped right on Andy and will say, okay, then what we're not going to start doing, don't start talking about my mother. I'm like, honey, Andy didn't say anything about your mother. The people said something about your mother. You don't have any control over that, honey. We, the people, can talk about your mother as much as we want. Nobody gives a fuck. Joyce ain't special to nobody but you. You put her ass on TV. She gets on there. She acts a damn fool, which puts her right in line to get talked about. Candy, let that shit go and go sit down. Go sit down. And Andy was like, I didn't say anything about your mother. I'm child. Andy out, but he should have bossed up and said, bitch, sit down. Sit down. That was a mess. I was like, Candy. Girl, you get all confused about who you are and what you're doing here, honey. But go on, Andy. Andy, you don't speak up when you're supposed to. You be speaking up for some bullshit when you ain't got no business. Simple ass. Anyway, moving on. So I got to talk about Kenya. Kenya Moore is a liar. That's all. You're a liar. You're a liar. And there came a point where it was Kenya Moore versus everybody. They put it down there when we talked about it, and it really came out. Portia said it to her, girl, you never respected anybody's marriage on this show. You've never respected anybody's marriage. You've always stepped out of time, out of turn. You've spoken over the line on Nene and Greg, Cynthia and Peter. We know what you did with Phaedra and Apollo. You said smart shit and been disrespectful when it came to Kim and Croy. Also with Portia and Cordell. You've always had something to say. You've always maneuvered in a way where you gave less to the damn about anybody's marriage or the sanctity of. And now all of a sudden you switch around and now your husband is something special and your marriage is something special. Excuse me. Hello, bitch. No, it's not. This is when they say karma, this is what it is. You done ran around here acting a fool. And now everybody gets a chance to do all those same things when it comes to your marriage. Don't expect anything that you didn't give out. And you've been giving shit out for as long as you've been on here. So I agree with that. I was like, can you shut up? Again, her and her husband and their whole bullshit on my nerves. Then when Andy said to Kenya, well, your husband says that the show is a bad representation of black women. He don't even like the show. And that bitch sat right up there and said, he never said that. Andy said, honey, he said that to my colleagues. He stated that he didn't like the show. He didn't want nothing to do with it. And he felt like it was a bad representation of black women. Then, when she said, he never said that and all that, that was the blogs. No, he said that to my colleagues. Then Andy brought it right on home and dug the knife into Kenya and said, and what does he think about your past on the show? And the things that you've done in the past? Did he feel like that was a bad representation, or you played a part in the bad representation of the black women? What does he think about your contribution to this entity that he doesn't care for? That bitch sat right up there and said he has never watched the show. You're a motherfucking lie, bitch. You're a liar. And how can he make those quotes and things if he never watched the show? Stop lying. Stop lying and go on. You and your husband both. Child. Andy, this is the time. Guess what I would do for Kenya and her husband? F.I. Red. Now, y'all done fired goofy ass Sheree. Kenya could go. Y'all could go. I wouldn't even want them on my payroll. Because who actually hires? Do you think McDonald's hires motherfuckers to tell you that Big Macs ain't good? Do you think that Burger King hires people that say that Burger King ain't got the best burgers? Oh no, the best burgers is over there at Wendy's. Do you think that Burger King puts those motherfuckers on their payroll? You need to get rid of Kenya and her motherfucking husband. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Y'all don't like it here anyway. So what the fuck y'all want to be affiliated with us for? Why don't y'all take y'all's brand and move the fuck on? Mess. Now, the one thing I will give Kenya, when she did get Sheree's ass together, when she told Sheree She's because Sheree said something about they had to think about the nose piercing. Said the nose ring, and she said my husband doesn't have a nose ring. He has a nose piercing. Same thing, bitch. But anyway, when she told Sheree, you know what, honey? I'd rather have a man with a piercing than a man with handcuffs. I said, oh, bitch, she got you. She got you, bitch. She did get you. And at this point, Sheree, for real, with you dating a convict, girl, you need to just kind of be quiet because you don't even have any argument for anybody because, bitch, if they bring it back around to Tyrone, you don't have no comebacks. Girl, just shut up, Sheree. You're stupid. You're dumb. But don't worry about it because you're getting fired anyway, bitch. So who even cares? Dumbass. Anyway, Nene and Portia, I'm like, you know what, Nene? I'm going to smack you in your bottom lip, bitch. Why are you still sitting around denying saying that you wanted the girl to get fired and playing them semantics? Like, are you still doing this, Nene? If you don't sit your long head ass down somewhere and quit playing, bitch, you said it. You said it. Now eat it. If she forgave you, fuck it. You said it. Simple ass. Anyway, last thing. Sheree, they put Sheree's ass on the chopping block, and that bitch deflected that whole thing about Kim. This whole, oh, Kim's loyal to me, and none of you all have been loyal to me. And I was so hurt when Portia said it. This, that. I was so glad when Nene jumped in there and was like, Sheree, you are not loyal to anyone. I've known you longer than everybody here, and you're not loyal. Well, guess what, Sheree? We can contest to what Nene said. Episode 1, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 1. Bitch, you invited Nene to a party, knowing that you didn't put her name on the list, and she's the one that brought you to the show. You threw shade. So that was our first meeting of you. That's how we met you. This is the shit you were doing. So when it comes to speaking loyalty, girl, your name never will come up. So you just let it go. And Kim Zolciak, really? What makes you think that Kim Zolciak is loyal to your black ass? I'll say that again. What makes you think that Kim Zolciak is loyal to your black ass? Dummy bitch. You're a dummy bitch, and don't nobody want you, bitch. Y'all know what movie that came from. Anyway, this is part 1. Part 1 was good. We're going to see what they bring in part 2. All right, y'all. Later.